Hello and welcome to my closed beta test review on RWBY Amity Arena. To get started here, just to note, this is my first video, so it may not be too terribly well in terms of quality. So with that, I guess we should go ahead and get started on this game. The beta itself, the game, how it functions, it doesn't function how I thought it would. The game works as a MOBA tower defense type game, in the sense that you have to defend your tower that you have. You have two turrets that can help you, but quite honestly, they're kind of shit. So from there, you're working to defend what you have in that sense. So you really have to micromanage everything in this game. From the cards you have, your loadout, because that's how this functions in this game. You have cards that you have to use, and that's how you play as the characters you like. And it's not the greatest because it divides up the characters' abilities. There's a Sniper RWBY and Scythe RWBY card, and frankly, on their own, they kind of suck. Sniper RWBY is still better than Scythe RWBY because Scythes are fucking inefficient. Fight me. So that's how that works. There's a few other mechanics, but the general battle mechanics work like this. You're placed in a 3-minute match with another player. There's 2 turrets and a central tower. You have to work to destroy the enemy's turrets and central tower. At that point, once you do, you can win the battle. But also there's gems. So if you destroy more of an enemy's structures and they destroy more of yours, then that still lets you win. At the end of those 3 minutes, though, if it's a tie, it goes into sudden death, and the first person to have one of their structures destroyed, loses the battle immediately. But if there's still a tie at the end of sudden death, it just goes to a draw, where no party wins anything at all, and it kind of sucks for that reason. So we move into obtaining characters. You obtain character cards through crates, and crates aren't the greatest thing, especially how they work. They work in a poor way with the fact that you have to have a crate key to open a crate at the end of battle. You can only have 5 at a time, and 1 replenishes every 3 hours. This causes problems because you aren't really able to battle for very long at that point if you want the rewards. But even then, the rewards suck because you just don't get a whole lot. You have to buy the crate keys that you get in. You have to buy crate keys if you run out, but then also you have to go into the shop and buy superior crates or whatever, the other crates if you don't have enough. There's the 2 currencies, Lien, and then this dust currency, which I'm not a big fan of. So there's that. Of course, you can just straight up buy the character cards in the shop as well for however much Lien, but it gets exponentially more expensive the more you buy. And this causes some problems, in the sense that it becomes a grind to level up. You don't get experience from winning a battle. You just don't. You get experience from leveling up character cards by putting in Lien to buy the cards, buy the crates, or somehow managing to pull enough cards from winning battles, which I don't know how you ever would. So you really aren't able to do a whole lot here. You have to grind. But it's still a fun game regardless. Because hopefully we're going to see a matchmaking system that's a lot better. You can create private matches, but I'll get into that in a little bit when it comes to my feedback. So that's just how the game works. There's some extra features that I'm going to get into here in a little bit about the game. But for now, just note that it's a MOBA tower defense type game that it feels like very much a clone of other games. So for now, I'm just going to hop right into any extra content in the game that you might want to hear about. So So let's go ahead and get right into that. So, extra content. There is a few things. For one, you'll face a leaderboard system, which isn't the greatest. Because it's based on trophies, which you obtain through winning battles, which acts as your reputation. This reputation allows you to progress to the next arena because there's an arena system. Granted, it is Amity Arena. So there's that. You have to reach 400 trophies to get to Arena 2, which is very high for reaching the second arena. I only ever got to, at most, 200 trophies during the 3-day closed beta test. So there's that. There's a quest system, which isn't the greatest. This quest system, it doesn't give you a whole lot of rewards. It's not very rewarding. And it kind of asks a lot of you to give you nothing. So with that, it's probably not even worth it to bother with the quests. Of course, you can if you want, but I just don't see any reason to. I just kind of collect the rewards as I go if I somehow manage to complete the quests. As another thing, you have your profile section, which shows you all your information, shows your current loadout, your battle record, all that. It shows your inbox there. It shows what level you are. So that's what's contained there. If you want to get a little more in depth, there probably is some more in-depth features in there that I didn't notice myself when playing through the beta, but that's just me. At any point, honestly, the game feels like a grind. You can easily actually buy the shop out of stock of its cards, so you're going to definitely have to wait. But this goes into my gripes with where I'm going to give my feedback, which I'm going to start doing now. Oh boy. So my feedback here really goes far out. For one, the matchmaking needs to be improved. I know this was a closed beta, so there's not a lot of people, but I got paired with the people at the top of the arena every single time. This isn't good. Another thing, we need private matches with our friends. That's just a thing. We also need to see decreased shop prices, because right now it's too expensive. Because on top of that, you have to pay when you level up. You have to pay Leanne when you level up. And I just don't like that, because that's infinitely more like expensive as you go as well. So you have that to face. It's just, the game is a grind. And it sucks if you don't have time, which I did not during the beta. You get 6 hours a day to play, and you definitely, if you're going to grind yourself to be able to be at the top, you need all day, because otherwise you're going to suffer. Now, there were some people that managed to be really high up on the leaderboards across the 3 days, and seriously, I wonder how you all did that, because that's just insane. And some other things, a better solo practice mode that maybe gives you some experience or some cards or something, just to make it worthwhile to practice, because right now you don't actually gain anything from practicing. It's not like you don't feel like you're improving when you practice. So that would help a lot. I feel some characters, they are really overhyped in the game to, like, they do a whole lot of damage. Like, for example, Ribbon Blake. She seems like she's supposed to be some character that's supposed to get in there and wreck shit, but she doesn't. Those sorts of things could probably be improved. At any rate, that's just the general gist of my feedback. So, with that, I want to say thank you. Thank you for watching. I want to say also thank you to Unicorn of War for inspiring me to make videos. I want to just say thank you to the RWBY community. Also, thank you to the people who ran the closed beta for Amity Arena for allowing me to be a part of it. And subscribe if you want to keep up with my content. Thank you.